Alright, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for returning to the return to the SWF. We are here for our third pay-per-view of the save, Awesome Impact 2020. We got a stacked card, depending on who you ask. I think it's a really fun card, especially with a very risky main event with Angry Gilmore versus the Crippler. I ran this main event once before and it did really well, but Crippler hasn't been doing as good as he did in that save. But I have faith in my boy. I have faith in my World Heavyweight Champion, the Crippler. Speaking of the Crippler, in our news report today, I have been hiding the fact that the Crippler's contract has come up, and we have been in a bidding war with USPW. And fuck me, we won, dude. That shit was so goddamn scary. Oh my god, it was not a fun bidding war, but we prevailed in the end, so that's all that matters, and now I can relax. And other news, Jungle Lord hurt himself at the house show last night, so his match time got cut from 13 minutes to 10, so there we go, but he is in our opener against Hollywood Bret Starr. After that, we have the triple threat for the World Tag Team Championships. Hawaiian Crush versus Fame and Money versus American Glory. It is then the 5v5 match, which is the Power Plant, Adam Smasher and Domination, and the Awesomeness versus Joey Morgan, ZWB, Oliver Kobb, and the Dallas Cowboys. Following that, we have Lenny Brown defending his North American Championship against Rogue. We then have Remo versus Mikey Lau, where this has to be one of the most vulnerable, maybe not most vulnerable, he's probably, he doesn't look vulnerable as much as Mikey Lau looks unstoppable, leading up to this match, being one of the few men to ever really get the better of Remo in any sense of the word. In our semi-main, it's Valiant taking on Scythe in Scythe's debut match in the save, I believe, so that's really cool. And then, of course, our main event, as you know, World Heavyweight Championship. I am pretty nervous on how this pay-per-view is going to do, but there's no point in me stalling. It's a risky one, as our first two matches have people injured, so fuck you know what, you gotta take risks in life, and I am counting on my boy, the Crippler, to take us to the promised land. So we open the show with another hype get over angle, where it is, of course, the Awesome Impact 2020 opening video package, and our official theme music are These Lights Are Too Bright by The Week Beginning. So there we go, Rocky Golden just dancing along to that song. And our opening contest, Jungle Lord versus Hollywood Bret Starr, and even with the broken finger injury, this match gets a 79, and that is, I hate to shit on Jungle Lord, because again, I do like him, but this was practically all Hollywood Bret, and Hollywood Bret, yes, so you know what, I was originally going to have him win by a tainted finish, but this is kind of the end of the feud, and also, I think having him win clean, but it's still being like a dick way to win, where he just targets Jungle Lord's injury this entire match and taking out his fingers, doing, you know, Pete Dunne spots with his hand. So Hollywood Bret does win with Justin Sensitive in his side. However, he's an asshole the entire time, as only Hollywood Bret Starr can do. And following that, we just see a quick glimpse backstage where we see Chrissy Angel talking to Joe Sexy. That's weird, and we can't hear what they're saying, we don't know what's going on, so, yeah, 68 for that. Following that, we get another backstage segment where Randy Unleashed is not booked tonight, but his team is, and Randy Unleashed is actually a little irked by this. He's like, so we've been doing this numbers advantage, and it's finally coming to bite me specifically in the ass, as I'm not the one booked, and I really, really wanted to get my hands on Joey Morgan, but I don't, and you guys do. So, look, I'm not the leader of this stable. However, I don't ask you guys for much. But you really don't want to let me down and let Joey Morgan win this match, okay? If I can't get my hands on him and you guys can and you blow that opportunity for me, there is going to be hell to pay. And the Awesomeness just kind of stand there, like, looking at him like, okay, yeah, sure, we won't let you down, bro. But they're kind of like, really? This motherfucker's trying to tell us what to do? Fuck. Seconds and 80, and up next are the World Tag Team Championships. And in a very fun three-way match where Monty Trescard is sadly hurt, he still gets a 56, which is crazy. Hawaiian Crush win. Pinning, I don't remember who I picked explicitly, but they do pin one of Fame and Money. So American Glory don't take the pin. So Fame and Money had to fight their way into this match pretty much after relinquishing or pseudo-relinquishing their rematch clause. And they get decisively beaten by the tag champs. So all that for nothing, but it's good to see the Rat Pack finally get some comeuppance in the most minuscule form possible, but it counts. So High Flying Hawaiian retains, or High Flying Hawaiian and Akuma retain the World Tag Team Championships. So we cut backstage to just the most generic beat of the 70s of all time when the door is kicked in by four men: Brandon James, Spencer Spade, Bear Bukowski, and Sammy Smoke, and Robbie Retro is just beaten and beaten and beaten and beaten and beaten and beaten and beaten, and his glasses are broken, and he's beaten, and his jacket's ripped off, and he's choked with it, and then he's beaten some more, and then he gets the fucking disco ball thrown on his face. It's not a good look for Robbie Retro. However, Brandon James and Spencer Spade are just having the time of their lives. They're high-fiving each other, they're chest bumping. They are so goddamn happy that Robbie Retro is just getting the absolute shit kicked out of him. So we know what Chrissy and Joe were talking about. They were negotiating a deal to beat the ever-loving crap out of Robbie Retro for existing, I guess. He was a little too happy around the heels. So, yeah. So following that, we have our major clusterfuck 5v5 match, and it's just kind of a spot fest. Everyone gets their shit in, and there's not really much to say except Adam Smasher and Domination do cheat, take out all the opponents with chairs while the Awesomeness are distracting the ref, and that makes it easier for Jefferson Stardust to do a blind tag. And Maddie Faith rolls up Huey Cannonball, or not Maddie Faith, Ranger rolls up Huey Cannonball, thinks he's getting the 3 count, and then we get the Starship Pain as he's doing that roll up, or whatever the Jefferson Stardust equivalent to that is. And yeah, so Jefferson Stardust gets the victory over Ranger, not Joey Morgan specifically, but I'm sure Randy won't give a shit. He just doesn't win. That's probably all he cares about. Thanks to the Adam Smasher and his boys absolutely cheating and helping the team win. So the entire ring clears out, the match is over, but one man stays back, and that's Adam Smasher. Adam Smasher grabs a microphone, he looks directly into the camera, and he says, "That was fun and all, but my work is not done. No. I'm feeling something. I'm feeling something really bad. I'm feeling some pure evil in my soul. I fear for this company. I fear that a new force is uniting against the common working individuals. My work is not done, boys and girls. You may see me again very soon." Adam Smasher probably on the crack again. So following that, we have our North American Championship match, Lenny Brown versus the veteran Rogue. And I'm sure this doesn't surprise a lot of people, but Lenny Brown gets the clean victory over Rogue in a 82 rated match. Good shit by both men, actually. Rogue's still carrying him, but he is a seasoned veteran. But he is needing to pass the torch. This is Lenny Brown's first defense with the North American Championship, and Rogue is giving it his all, and he just can't come away with the victory. He's just bested by Lenny Brown, and that leads to our post-match segment where Rogue, knowing that he's bested by Lenny Brown, He doesn't do his classic, petty, whatever Rogue does. He offers out his hand. And Lenny looks at it and he's looking at this man who's been a heel for like a decade or two by now, and he's like, is this a trick? You know what? And then he thinks to himself, like, I overcame the fucking some of the worst odds in my career a month ago against Des Davids. If this is a trick, he'll fucking learn his lesson. He shakes his hand, and there's no trick. It's just a handshake, followed by a hug. And then Rogue raises the hand of Lenny Brown, and it's a true, genuine sign of respect. And Rogue's been kind of like a good guy this whole feud, and he probably is going to be a face going forward. Yeah, I couldn't phrase it any differently. So he raises his hand, and then fucking out of nowhere, Adam Smasher and the Power Plant just rush to the ring and decimate everybody with chairs, and he's just fucking destroying him. You can't take over this company. You can't take it over. He's just losing his goddamn mind. And he yells at the crowd like, I told you all. These two, they're uniting forces against us. Ah! And he just, so this was the evil he was talking about. He felt something was coming, and he was right. Rogue has turned to the dark side, ladies and gentlemen. Rogue has turned to the dark side. Beloved veteran, gimmick very good. Terms of complete success. Adam Smasher gets a 92. Thank you, buddy. Following that, I gotta do. Oh shoot, I almost completely forgot something in this next angle. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we cut to the doctor's office or whatever it's called, the trainer's room, whatever. Our doctor being portrayed by RIPW talent Hoss Hadley. He's tending to Robbie Retro's gruesome injuries when Steven Parker and Jimmy Hernandez enter the room and say, hey, we saw what happened, and that was really hard to watch, buddy. No one deserves to go through that garbage. Team Sexy's been a thorn in our side, and we've been keeping an eye on what they have been doing recently, and unfortunately, we say you're caught in the crosshairs of some other overly angry douchebags in the form of Brandon James and Steven Parker, and fuck, shit, oh no, Brandon James and Spencer Spade, and since we're dealing with some douchebags of our own that happen to be caught in your fro hairs, we want to offer our hand in this battle, and we talked with Eric and Supreme TV. It'll be us three versus BJ, Spade, and Bear Bukowski. And Robbie Retro says, thank you. I can't wait to party with you two on Tuesday. And he falls to the ground, and they're like, oh, fuck. What I forgot, I don't know, first off, I don't know why I forgot it, because I borrowed Hoss Hadley just for this one segment, forgot to put him in, and what I'm more surprised by is that I managed to remember it right before the angle. I don't know how, so that's all I forgot, was that I added Hoss Hadley. I just didn't want to spoil anything by accident, just in case. So yeah, that's pre-booked for Supreme TV. That's probably going to be the only thing pre-booked for Supreme TV that we do on this show. Following that, I believe, let me double check on my phone to make sure I don't... Okay, yes, it is Remo versus Mikey Lau. And from what we've been building up, Mikey Lau as a legitimate threat to Remo. And I'm not putting it like Remo's completely undefeated, or that nobody can beat him, or anything like that, or... I'm not trying to sit here and say that he's got screwed every time he lost. I'm just saying it's very rare that a guy, the entirety of the build, can go toe-to-toe with Remo and can do the same thing during the match. And that's exactly what happens. Mikey Lau gives it his all, and Remo has to give it his all. And both men are pulling out all the stops. But in the end, the experience finally catches up with Mikey Lau. And despite how great he looked in this build, he was eventually No match for Remo Richardson with a fucking 88. Mikey got a fucking 92. Holy shit. Dude, these guys are legend. Even with the... I had him call it. Ooh. Maybe if I didn't have him call it, it would have been even better, but I don't care, because an 88's an 88. I'm more than happy with that. Thank you for justifying this booking, Mikey Lau. Thank you for being awesome, Remo. Both of you guys deserve the world. I love you both. So following that, before our semi-main, we cut to the backstage where Huey Cannibal, Jefferson Stardust, high off of adrenaline and probably a monster. The two men, they're not in their usual setup. They're like, fuck it, get the camera on us. They steal it. Anna Garcia's probably filming something for SWF.com, and they're like, BJ, get the goddamn camera. BJ steals the camera from her. All right, right here, right now, we're doing simply awesome shit talk. Let's talk about fashion, Jefferson. Let's talk about fashion. You know what looks stupid? What looks stupid? Stupid flower on your, flower necklaces and long hair. Yeah, you know what, Huey? Those do look stupid. But you know what looks really stupid, Huey? What? Tag team championships around the waists of people wearing that stuff. That's right, Jefferson. I think we're on the same wavelength. Oh yeah, Huey, we're on the same wavelength. High-flying Hawaiian, Akuma, you commit a lot of fashion crimes, but the worst one is destroying the prestige of those tag team titles by keeping them around your waists. Those belong around the waists of two sexy motherfuckers with washboard abs. We're coming for those tag team titles. We're coming for tag team reign number 3. Read them and fucking weep, Hawaiian Crush. And that's simply awesome shit talk out of nowhere. And, so following that was actually one of the best promos I've cut in a while. Following that, we have Valiant versus Scythe in the semi-main. John Greed is not at his side, but he still gets the job done. In Scythe's debut match, 73, that's pretty good, actually. In Scythe's debut match, he doesn't need gimmicks. He doesn't need John Greed. And he beats Valiant. Oh, fuck, I had Valiant go over. Oh, that's fucking... Oh, no. Oh, I gotta try something. Oh no, that's not good. Alright, I'm gonna X out of the game and see if that'll let me fix it. We might have a couple of ratings go differently now. That's gonna suck if it goes, because I'm really proud of that 88. Fuck, but I can't have Valiant win this match. I'm gonna go for it. Alright, so I must have a lot of good karma in me today, because it redid my whole card, but the matches, all the ratings either did as good or better, excluding this, even the fucking, yeah, so, I'm sorry about that, guys. If you want here, take a pause right now. Here's the actual updated ratings for each of these matches and angles. If you're interested, I double-checked and triple-checked to make sure Scythe's going over. And since you guys know he's winning, I might as well triple-check right now. Okay, Scythe versus Valiant, and 81. It is even this does better. So I must have a lot of good karma built up in me today, because the TEW gods are really smiling on me. Sorry about that. I normally never do stuff like that. I normally never have the wrong person win, but all I can say is my hands are in the prayer position right now. Thank you, Adam Ryland. I appreciate you allowing me to reboot my whole save for a minute there and letting me have better ratings. Thank you. Amen. So, back to what I was saying. So, he doesn't need tricks. He doesn't need John Greed. He goes toe-to-toe with Valiant, and he wins. Instantly becoming one of the most credible and threatening forces in the entire SWF right off the bat. Despite Valiant hyping everyone up behind him on the go-home show, all momentum on his side, just fucking stopped by Scythe. And Scythe and John Greed then comes to the ring with a chair, and Scythe picks up Valiant for the Underworld Spike, looking to take Valiant out like he did Rocky Golden, until Rocky Golden shows up and stops that shit from happening. Rocky Golden, returning from that injury in record time, only takes him a month. I'm sure everybody saw this coming, so that's why I put a very unsurprising surprise return. Rocky Golden saves Valiant from the move that took him out for a month and made him cut promos in the hospital. And so on that high note, we then cut to our World Heavyweight Championship match, the Crippler versus Angry Gilmore. So is the Crippler just a transitional champion to go from Rocky Golden to Angry Gilmore? Or is he here to stay? And is he here to prove that he can hang with the big dogs? Even at 46, he can still give it his all, become the guy in the world title picture in the promotion. He wins 85. That's good. I'll take it. I will take an 85. Obviously, it's no fucking 95, but he was in the ring there with Rocky Golden. Both guys get a 70 or below an 80. They get an 85. They're fucking two of the older guys on this roster that I feel like they could have been like top guys in any promotion, and they just were always like fourth or fifth best. So having them go one-on-one for the world title, even if it's a little more underwhelming than what I assumed. So in case you're wondering, well, I was talking about that save that I had where I kind of tested this Crippler run. He had a match with Angry Gilmore at Awesome Impact, and it got a 95. So even though an 85 is a fucking 85, I'm still a little underwhelmed. However, like I said, Crippler isn't doing nearly as good as he was in that save. I feel like because retirement isn't set in stone for these guys in the Cornellverse. So Crippler's probably a little more down the path, or what is it? A little more over the hill than he was in that save. But again, 85 is a fucking 85. I'm still really happy with that. And Crippler then grabs a microphone. He's like, yeah, transitional my ass. You can transition all your mouths over my dick because I'm here to fucking run this shit, okay? I'm the world champion, and I'm gonna stay the world champion until I hang up my boots. So I don't care if any of you in the back think you have what it takes. You need the perfect moment to take this belt from me. And that's when he's jumped by Avalanche and Chill. Avalanche and Chill jump him. They beat him down. And then Atom Smasher's music hits. And he's running down with the Everything the Game briefcase. And guys, he doesn't get to cash in because Rogue and Lenny Brown chase him down. They stop the referee before the bell rings. They thwart Atom Smasher. He runs away. He grabs his Everything the Game briefcase on his way out. He comes so close to cashing in that ETG. I gotta find an abbreviation. He comes so close to catching in that title match, and at the last moment, he's stopped by the two men that he beat down earlier. And I'm sure Atom Smasher's gonna come on to Supreme TV like, see, I told you they were evil. They're trying to stop me. The good Samaritan. I'm the good Samaritan or whatever. And fucking, but I mean, come on, dude. You fucking beat the shit out of them. Of course they're gonna stop you. Fuck you. So that got a 90. I'm really happy with how this pay-per-view has gone, and it gets 89. Gets an 89. Good shit. Mikey Lau is the man of the night. Mikey Lau is the man of the night. Remo is a number 2. Who's number 3? Atom Smasher, dude. Atom Smasher had he had another great performance in this one. So, yeah. Scene Please was happy because I'm fucking sucking Atom Smasher's dick like all the people in the audience that are going to suck the Cripplers or whatever he said. What did I say? That was the most wild line. Transitional my ass. How about you transition your mouth over my dick and suck? Jesus Christ. That was fully improvised, by the way. Should I steal Jack the Colt? I mean, I could. I don't want to pay that much money for a guy with 14 pop in the States. Got fantastic reviews. Cool. So did we go head to head with any of our guys? No. You know, I think I've been forgetting to look at how Total Wrestling has been doing recently. So, dude. TCW cells be like, it was a really good match. It was a really good match. What about USPW? What have you guys been doing? Oh my god, it's their B show. I'm like, what? That actually looks like fun. Yeah, I'll give them that. That also looks like fun. This looks like a fun show. I can't shit on that, but like TCW be like, dude, the total sells, dude. Fucking get out of here. That's a wild pay-per-view name. Yo. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? What the fuck happened on Master and Slave? What happened on Master and Slave? Oh, wow. That's why. Okay, I thought he left Pride. He's just on a handshake deal. Okay. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode of the Return to the SWF. I really hope you guys enjoyed the Awesome Impact pay-per-view. It's kind of a little bit of a lower point than Nothing to Lose, but I think it turned out really well. I really enjoyed that show, especially Mikey Lau. I enjoyed how fucking awesome that guy is. And so yeah, I hope you all are excited to see the fallout of Awesome Impact, and we'll return to the return for episode 14. I remembered right before I said it. Oh my god, I hope you all return for episode number 14. Yeah, I will see you then, you supremacists, and none of you TCW cells. Get out of here, you cucks.